Well then, here we go. It is the big one, the #1 ranked player in the world up against the FC Pro Open champion. It kicks off in our last night of action here before we head into a brand new year, which is going to bring so much more. And I'm over the moon to say that Jaime Alvarez is back on the shows. He's back in the commentary box. Jaime, how are you, my friend? Welcome back.
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just looking over at Abu Makkah and PH as they're sitting. And you can see this is probably, in my opinion, the toughest game in the whole group, because I think they're the ones that are going to top this Group G. But wow, it just seems like we started things with fireworks, because this game is going to be incredible in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, look, the last time that these two played was in the FC Pro Grand Finals. It was a top 8 finish back on February 3rd, Grav. And I mean, we've got the Twitch open in front of us right now as Grav gets his audio ready for today, as he needs to get it perfect, because it's going to be an action-packed 5 rounds. Let us know in the chat, which player tonight are you investing in? Which FC Pro Live item are you getting behind? Because WoW Weghorst is very cheap if you want to buy a few of them live right now. If you're after Gabriel Jesus, you might need a few more coins, because he is rather expensive.
How much is him at the moment?
I think last time I checked, he was about 800,000 coins. Maybe about 600k, actually, maybe a little bit more than that. So let us know in the chat at home, which player are you getting behind? There's going to be a lot of people I know as well getting behind Victor Osimhen of Galatasaray. Those Galatasaray fans are going to be loud, they're going to be noisy.
I'm one of them, because I feel like if Khan does perform well today, he's one of those players that could, I don't know, sub on FUT Champs, let's just say minute 70 or 80, something like that, to just sub him on and just win the game. So let's see how Khan does today.
Well, we start here in game #1 tonight, here in Group D. Again, it's another stat group in the FC Pro Open. And it's Abu Makkah, the #1 ranked player in the world rankings at the moment, after a dominant display back in the Middle East online in the regional cups that have been running in the background behind the FC Pro Open. Up against PHzin. We've waited a long time to see this man back in action. He already qualified himself back into this competition here off the back of his success in London, where he did beat Anders Vergang in that famous Grand Final. With all the action, all the drama, we can only hope, Gravison, that when we come back in 2025 for February, we'll have the exact same Grand Final we had last time out.
I do feel like it was the best competitive game throughout the whole season. It had everything. It had the goalkeeper movement. It had just the last kick of the game with the goal to just win the title. It had Anders, you know, calling PH just not good player enough to beat him, and he did. So let's just hope for at least an equal game, because it was, in my opinion, the best game of last year.
Absolutely. I mean, look, we've already asked you to get involved in the conversation home. You have. I need Osimhen upgrades coming in. It was said as well tonight, I was speaking to a few of the players backstage, especially the guys from Galatasaray. They said that Victor actually wanted to watch tonight's broadcast, but actually has a game. So he can't be doing both things, unfortunately. But Khan got to meet Victor Osimhen in Istanbul earlier last week to talk about this incredible special item as our first real attack comes through. And he's defended well. Let's go PHzin. We need that Gabriel Jesus upgrade. And a lot of love for WoW Weghorst, who, as we said, is very cheap right now. Last time I checked on him, he was just under 20,000 coins. So we got a few coins laying about. Remember, just one win tonight, 3 points will give you a +1 upgrade on any of these FC Pro Live items. That's a clever pass around the corner, but it'll be a sweeper keeper effort from Courtois.
And it feels like Abu Makkah is controlling the game at the moment. It feels like he's comfortably just finishing every single attack. But we know PH takes sometimes to start the game, but when he does, he's unstoppable.
Well, update over here. Galatasaray fans, you're going to be happy with that start. He leads by a goal to 0. That's Khan up against Paulo Neto. And in our other game, it is Fouma taking on Levi de Weerd. Another player that had an incredible season in the FC Pro Open last year, got himself a top 4 and a ticket directly back into this competition. Drogba is sniffing around for a little touch there, but he's not going to be able to get it.
You called it, Fouma to top the group. So let's see what happens.
I've just read in the chat, someone said they've invested in 31 WoW Weghorst. You've certainly got some coins laying around. Here's Diego Dalot. PHzin's first real chance of getting in the box of Abu Makkah.
Good.
As Kenny Dalglish was looking for that finesse plus play style there. I don't think would have needed to use it. It would look like a certain goal.
I'm sure Ryan invested as well, because I remember him week 1, week 2. He was just with his phone out, investing, buying players. So He's not here this week, but I'm sure he's at home investing. I'm going to ask him later on if it was Victor Osimhen, if it was Gabriel Jesus. Let's see what he did invest in. For me, it was Weghorst.
Well, I think he is an Arsenal fan as well, is our very own Ryan Pessoa. So if he's got the coins around, sadly, if Gabriel Jesus might be in his club, I'm sure he'll be watching tonight. If he is, good evening to you, sir. A lot of love coming in as well for Abu Makkah, part of Team Falcons, of course, the famous esports organisation. MS Dasari, one of the greats of this esport, was very much behind it. He was able to discover the talent of Abu Makkah just a few years back now. He has been consistent on the world stage. And he has Al Hilal's Tom Bakhti as his FC Pro Live item. He's without a playstyle plus, but still there will be some people getting behind him tonight. Here's Michael. Abu Makkah looking for a chance with Xavi. Chance is blocked. The attack very much still alive. Keep an eye on that finesse plus playstyle of Mohamed Salah, which could cause a few problems. At the moment, Grab, we're 22 minutes in, and PHzin hasn't really been able to play.
Both 21 don't back this. Brandon better see this. My club's on the line. I mean, my club's on the line as well with Wout Weghorst, so I totally feel you.
As we said, keep in mind tonight that every point on the board could upgrade those FC Pro Live items. It's just 3 points for a +1 to the overall rating. 6 points will guarantee you a skill mover or weak foot upgrade. And as more points get added onto the board, more upgrades certainly will happen. Bruno Fernandes, maybe looking for that first time, little dink over the top, which he's been so famous for with the ongoing runners of Drogba. Always being on offer. Speaking of Didier Drogba, power shot was coming in, and it did just go wide for a corner. Update over here. It's a deflected shot from Bobby Charlton. And Paulo Neto has pulled that one all square. 20 minutes on the clock, back to our main game, and still goalless.
And this could be good. Let's see if the counter-attack goes into Reiten, yeah. And this could be a good build-up, because at the moment the defenders are high up. Let's see if he's able to just find a pass into the strikers. Try to go for the goal. This is good.
Hernandez on a play, Mbappe, Courtois. It's the best chance he's had so far, PHzin. Quick corner to come in. Virgil van Dijk is there, but the defensive one of Abu Makkah will do enough. Another update over here. We haven't seen this game yet. Goal comes in just as we go past the 25th minute. And it is Xavi Simons, of all players, that is going to be able to put Levi up by a goal to nil.
Interesting to see Xavi Simons as a starter, but then first chance he got, he scored. So I tried it at home. I think he was fairly bad, but that, as Levi said before, that has to be a Gravesen error.
Douglas Luiz, power shot, fizzed into Courtois, who parries out for a corner. That one played short directly, still goalless in this main featured game. There's another power shot, and at the moment PHzin has been dealing with everything coming his way. Caught with him earlier today. He's been here since last Tuesday, Grav, in terms of the preparation that he's been having. Got adjusted to the time zones, coming straight over from Rio. And he's basically been putting himself in a boot camp for the last 6 days. Yeah.
I mean, he did do good on the qualifier of South America, on the tournament, sorry, in which he did top 4, losing against Kiketo, which I think is a good result in an online tournament. But it's totally different playing here in Europe and playing just in a tournament in which you just play 5 games. So let's see if he was able to adapt. It seems like he's struggling at the moment.
Finds it to Michael, all the way from right back. Not really the man you wanted through on goal there. If that was Drogba, but you knew what was coming. Another update. Galatasaray fans, close your eyes, because Paulo Neto leads by 2 goals to 1. Calm finds himself in a bit of a situation there. Remember that every player will be playing 5 rounds tonight. There's 15 points up for grabs every week here in the FC Pro Open. And each group has 2 different match days. So the likes of Group A, B and C and D tonight, they'll be back again in January to add more points to their tally. It's a top 3 you need to send yourself into the knockout stages. That's a great ball through.
And now you gotta go and punish, because Teo is out of position. I'm sure, yeah, as you can see, he knows this. Good build-up.
Something we haven't really spoken about tonight, Gravesen, so far is that all-important Mystery Nation, which every week there is a Mystery Nation for you at home to guess and to complete objectives in the game.
Is it Colombia?
it's not Colombia, but I like that you've already had a guess. I mean, for those that are at home now, let us know some predictions on what you think the Mystery Nation is tonight. Get in the comments, let us know. We'll pull a few of your messages up on stream. So there's always a few interesting predictions.
Is it Spain?
Grav, calm down on the guesses, all right? But you're wrong on both occasions. Long ball over the top, finds Rafael layout. Drogba should get there, but you know what it's like when the ball's in the air and the goalie's tracking it, he's always going to be able to get there. Another update over here, Paulo Neto. One
Nice
goal has
finish.
now led to 3 inside 34 in-game minutes.
I'm sure Tex is happy with that goal, because that's just what Tex masters perfectly. Paulo did as well. Just passing to Son, he creates up the space, he has the angle as well, and you just finesse. It doesn't even need a time finishing. Just wide, and it was in.
Half-time in our featured matchup, believe it or not, it's goalless between these two. Over here, we're playing Henderson volleys in the box. As Fouma is able to just about hold on to this one, of course. We did see Fouma last year in the FC Pro Open. Had to re-qualify himself back in the qualifier at the start of November.
He struggled in there in the Swiss format. He qualified in the 5th round against Thomas Lees, and then he lost against Leandro Peixoto, his teammate. So he did struggle, but he's here, so it doesn't matter if you struggle.
And he's so consistent as well, Gravison. 4 times he's won the French E-League 1. He's a 4-time French champion, and he's always amongst the conversation. Speaking of Fouma, he's got a real chance here in the last minute of additional time. Can't really go too far back because the referee's going to blow up for half-time. Savanier finds his fellow teammate in Frankie de Jong. Couple of ball rolls inside from Diego Dalot. Tries to find that all-important pass into Drogba.
Penalty!
Penalty!
That's unlucky.
And what a chance this could be for Fouma on the stroke of half-time to make it 1-1 from the spot. Does score, Didier Drogba. Back on the score sheet tonight in the FC Pro.
That's a tough goal to concede. You're defending well, you did create a few chances, you scored with Xavi Simons, and then you defend well for 2 minutes. It should have been the end of the first half, and I don't think he pressed any buttons. Yeah, I think he went for the pass, really, but I don't know if he went for the pass or the tackle, but the game did tackle, and it was a clear penalty. That's a tough goal to concede, really. Mentally, of course. He went top left, and Drogba scored easily. Let's see if Levi is able to bounce back, because mentally it's a tough goal to concede.
And look, we haven't spoken much about Paulo Neto tonight, but what a start this man is having. Been so dominant over in the United States of America in the MLS, where really has sort of made his claim to fame off the back of that qualifier for multiple world championships. Haven't really spoken too much about him in detail in this group, but he's always a name that you have to think about and be worried about. First time he qualified for the FC Pro Open this year as well.
Yeah, we mentioned Fouma struggling in the Swiss format. Paulo did not, because he won his 5 games, so he was one of the 2 players to just have a perfect score in the Swiss format. And then he did struggle against Nixnev, but he did qualify, so I feel like he's one of those players that you don't mention that much, but when he gets to the bigger stage, he performs.
Well, as we jump into our second half, FG joins us on the commentary desk. I mean, you come in with good news on the Mystery Nation. Have you found what it is, heard what it is?
Well, I've got an idea. I'm just going to read the Twitch chat right now and see if anyone can guess it, and then hopefully I'm going to reveal it to everyone. So what do you think, guys? Let's take a look. It isn't Hungary.
I saw someone say Ghana. It's not Ghana.
It's not Hungary, like I said. What else have we got in this Twitch chat?
It's Barbados, gem of the Caribbean. Is it Barbados? Is it the gem of the Caribbean?
What? I couldn't have heard you say that. It's not Gibraltar. It'd be pretty interesting if it was. It's not Egypt. Keep your guesses coming in, though, Brandon.
Yeah,
You got
not Brazil.
Is it San Marino? Andreid asks.
San Marino would be a sensational nation, but it isn't San Marino, unfortunately.
Give us a tip for Mystery Nation.
I've got nothing right now. Anyway, back to the soccer.
Okay.
Could be a chance to turn Mbappe. Stopped in his tracks by Virgil van Dijk. I'm just shocked, Gravison. This has been
Goalless, yeah.
Goalless for, I think, the longest time we've actually seen in an FC Pro game so far on the Open this year.
I do think Abu Makkah had a couple of chances to score, especially with Rafa Leao. I mean, with Rafa Leao, he did take an extra touch. And I do feel like that was a really, really good chance to score a goal, but I don't know what happened with FG now.
Well, FG's run away. I think he might be trying to find the Mystery Nation before any of us.
But yeah, 60 minutes, and the game is goalless at the moment.
It's always the case, isn't it? We have our main feature game, and unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't have the goals. All the other games full of goals going in.
It is good. Good for the cross.
Here's Rayton. Did you find that all-important pass? Finds to Hernandez, the ricochets off the foot of the French defender. Does enough still.
Could you imagine this game ended 0-0?
Update over here. Goal back for Galatasaray fans. As
Nice
Khan,
speed boost.
with an all-important speed boost there, makes it 4 goals to 2, as it looks to be. If it stays like that, it will be Gregerson of Atlanta United of the MLS getting a +1 upgrade to an 86 rated player. Is he offside? No, he's not.
Have we ever seen a 0-0 result in FC Pro, Brandon?
I'm very confident to say no.
This could be the first one. Unless...
Hernandez, surely not going to take a shot. He is. Matched up well by Courtois. And still we are goalless in this game.
Nice defense. And now Maicon is out of position. He rushed it.
Such an important start to United here. We see it time and time again, week after week in the FC Pro Open. Players that start well and they use it as such trajectory.
This is good.
Move them into the latter stages of tonight. And other players that just start slow and then they get going. I think there's only been 2 unbeaten players that we've seen in the FC Pro Open so far. That was Obron last week, who was incredible.
I feel like they are overthinking inside the box.
And the week before that, Manny Bashoro.
Once you get inside the box, sorry, Brandon, I feel like you just gotta go for a dribble and a shot, or a pass and a shot. They're overthinking it. That's Jihadi asked a really good question. How did he do that speed boost? I can never do it, but you'll eventually find out later on the show, because we're gonna explain how to do the L1 speed boost.
Yeah, the all-important R3 segment coming up following this round, I believe, and certainly going to be broken down, isn't it, Graverson?
Yep, by me.
Remember as well tonight, any of the players' tactics that are on screen that you want to find out more, maybe you want to find out what the tactics the FC Pro Open champion is using, the #1 ranked player in the world rankings at the moment, Abu Makkah, all of those tactics will be available at the end of the show tonight as well, so do stay tuned with us. We've been following that pattern every single week here in the FC Pro Open. Into a pause we go. Let's leave it and jump somewhere else, because there's been a handful of goals here. Fouma, as we know, got one back from the penalty spot at the stroke of half-time, and Levi finds himself 2-1 up as we approach the last 20 in-game minutes in that game.
It's interesting to see. I think Abu Makkah was using 4-5-1 formation. I think it's the first time we've seen it this year. I don't think Nicolas used it, not sure. But it's one of those formations you don't usually see that much. 4-5-1.
We're getting to see JJ Koch on the pitch here, Grab for Khan. Only player to draft in the Nigerian hero.
JJ Okocha, that's an interesting choice.
Certainly is a different choice, isn't it?
It is.
Alongside that, he has got, of course, the famous Victor Osimhen on the bench. We might see him later onto the game, potentially, if he needs. We've got a breakthrough. We have. And it's come the way of Abu Makkah. With Mohamed Salah on that finesse plus place, though, it came down to a moment in that game, a moment of brilliance. Didn't need to be time green. It's the playstyle plus, which again will give Abu Makkah the all-important lead there. His first goal back in the FC Pro Open this year in this Group D. PHzin might be kicking off tonight with his first loss, a defending FC Pro Open champion. Could find himself in a spot of bother after round one. Back over here. Wow, Weghorst fans, where are you? Can we hear you? Can we see you? Because he could be on his way to an 87 rated in-game item with just one win here tonight.
Ooh, that was quick. From defense to attack in 2 passes.
Can drop a pull away, though. From the on-runners of Maicon and Virgil van Dijk. Fouma just rebuilding this one patiently, waiting for his right time to try and strike and pull this one through. Levi just taking his time to deal with it. Remember that he will be playing against his former teammate tonight as well, and PHzin, both of them teamed up for Ajax last year.
That's quick again.
Ball, that could be, he's going to get the power shot right. Yes, he can!
Oh!
But there is just timed orange. And was that the all-important difference there?
Yeah, maybe the live tuning update as well with power shots. Not sure, but he missed it.
Update over here, I believe, or we're joining it live. Still stands at 1-0. This is live now for you. 9 minutes away. Was he going to find a second? Abu Makkah damaging.
Whoa, great!
With the all-important extra pass.
Great football.
He might not be worth many coins having it, but he's always in the right place at the right time.
I'm sure none of us saw that incredible pass. I mean, great soccer, what can we say? Savanier was open, he went for the extra pass. Brilliant goal, 2-0.
Well, there's been a lot of chat about Abu Makkah being #1 in the world rankings. And at the moment, he is kicking off his return to the FC Pro Open in the best way possible. A clean sheet, 3 points. And his first upgrade to his FC Pro Live item as well.
I would love to see the stats of this game because I don't think I can remember PH
I'd
shooting.
love to see the XG between the two as well. Update over here, just under 15 minutes left.
And Can still has time, really. He still has time to score, but for a near post, that's a weird angle, a weird way to go for the shot, really. But he did score. Paulo Neto seems to seal the game, really, with a 5-2 result. And it seems like the game is over for Can. He still has 4 more games, but it seems like, as we can see now with the replay, he went for the near post. It was a trivela. It was a weird angle, to be honest, but it went in nevertheless. And it seems like Paulo scores the 5th goal and his first 3 points of the Group D.
What a start for Paulo Neto. He's going to be on 3 points. Abu Makkah, 2 or 3 in-game minutes away. Update over here, Fouma. Bad news, well, Weghorst owners. And the upgrade's not going to happen just yet because Fouma has been able to equalise 2-2. Diego Dalot all the way from fullback. Bringing us all square there, Gravison, at a 2-2 scoreline. PHzin stopped in his tracks again.
It's weird, not the result, because of course Abu Makkah is the top 1 in the global rankings, and of course he can beat anyone. It seems like H didn't play the game at all.
3-0.
No.
Sounds
Fernando Hierro is
crazy.
a beast. Incredible.
It sounds crazy as well, Grav, but when you play so well and you get the auto invites back to these competitions, I speak to a lot of the players, no one really wants to practice against you. You qualified, you're there, you don't have the chance to play in the qualifier that some players really thrive off, to get in the spirit, to get in the mood of it. And you have to come into an environment with all the pressure on your shoulders as the defending FC Pro Open champion. And for PHzin, he kicks off tonight with a loss next to his name and 0 points. Abu Makkah, a huge performance there from the #1 world ranked player as it currently stands in our FC Pro rankings. All to do for PHzin tonight.
It did happen to Manu Bachore last year. He qualified from the World Championship, but then he didn't play well a lot.
Update over here. Good news, Wild Weghorst fans. You might be actually on your way to an upgrade. 84 minutes on the clock. What a game it's been between the two of them. Let's join it live now. 3-2. Levi finds himself in the lead in this one.
Nice ball.
Does he want to take more time out of the game, Gravison here, or try and find another goal?
He has to go for another goal. He has to be careful because that pass was awful. And Didier Drogba, if you give him space, he'll power shoot to death. Nice player locks. Oh, what was that? I really thought that was going in. It was a weird save by Thibaut Courtois. And now we have the corners.
That one nearly looked like it was going to rebound back into the goal. Quick corner played short, Fouma. 2 in-game minutes left to try and find a goal. Can he find it now into Teo Hernandez? He can! Well, what a game this one is! 6 goals between the two and still nothing to separate them.
That is a tough goal to concede. I do feel like the player switching was not good enough. He player switching to Ginola, Levi I mean, and I do feel like if he had player switching to Van Dijk, he would have time to just go for the tackle, but he misplaced the player switching, and that's the reason why sometimes we say the player switching is that important, because if you just miss one, you're late and you concede a goal. It's interesting to see how after the live tuning update, we're gonna see goals coming in from the corners, but not directly. It was taken short, because now with the live tuning update, obviously the aerial battles are gonna be battled differently. And I feel like we're gonna see much more goals like this, taking it short from the corners.
Well, as we approach the last minute or so, 3 minutes of added time, that is plenty of time for one decent attack at least. For Levi, who's probably just going to wait a few minutes in game to make sure that he does have the last chance of the 90. Bobby Charlton in his drafted team this week, part of the 8 million coin budget. I'll tell you what, he's going to win it back. Just keep an eye on the right-hand corner of your screen. We've got a full-time result coming in here. I think Paulo Neto may have made it 6 goals to 2. He did. Mbappe, what a start for Paulo Neto. +4 goal difference. He'll go top of the table.
Whoa, 1 second. He still has time. He has to go forward. He has to go forward. No.
To keep the ball in play. Ref?
Ref?
Refi is able to play on it. Oh no, that will do us. 3-3 between the two. As it currently stands, it looks like Paulo Neto will be top of this group. They both share a point, and Abu Makkah will be in second. Remember, 5 rounds of action. All the games are done. Still so much to come here tonight in the FC Pro Open. How about this one? Coming up next tonight. 2 former teammates going head-to-head. Levi against PHzin. He comes up next.